And let's look at this. This is a black suspect, excuse me, a black suspect who was killed by a black police officer whose boss is a black PD chief, and rioters are attacking white people. You know, what's wrong with this picture? And the other problem, of course, is that this whole Black Lives Matter movement, who's with George Soros' fingerprints all over it, Tucker, in 25 of the largest cities, you're finding an increase in homicide, and the victims of these homicides are often the very black people that Black Lives Matter claim that they care about. It's insane.
Well, it's also maybe counterproductive. I mean, Soros has many agendas. One of them is to get Hillary Clinton elected. But I think that normal people, swing voters watching this, think to themselves, you know, I don't know what the, police make mistakes sometimes. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. But this is nuts. You should not tolerate this kind of craziness in your streets because that's the end of civilization. I don't think this makes people want to vote for Hillary more, does it?
I agree. And whatever happened to comply, you won't die? In almost every one of these high-profile cases had the, excuse me, Tucker, it's early and I'm in San Diego. Early on, you know, if these people had just complied, whether it's Tulsa, whether it's Charlotte, the person would still be alive. And if the officer has engaged in any kind of misconduct, you deal with it while you're alive.
Right.
And I don't know why it's so condescending to tell black people, to tell people in the streets, if you're pulled over by an officer, be polite, be respectful, comply with lawful orders, and you will not die. Why aren't people saying that? They don't want to say that because it'll be perceived as blaming the victim. And I don't get this. I think it's condescending. The media treats blacks like they're children to whom the truth cannot be told. And Donald Trump has made the same mistake. He weighed in on Tulsa, and he said that he looked at the video and he couldn't see why the cop did what she did. Look, they indicted, they tried this, they charged this woman already within 48, 72 hours, Tucker. And I'm telling you right now, based on the ambiguity of that video, my suspicion is if it goes to trial, she will not be convicted.
I guess what bothers me most is the attack on the system. I mean, you saw it happen in Baltimore, too. Our political leaders and our judicial system is responding to the mob. Basically, the mob is getting what it wants by threatening violence against our civilization, and we're caving. That's a bad precedent, is it not?
Well, and think about who's running the system. People are complaining about institutional racism. Again, black cop, black PD chief, back-to-back black attorneys general, a black president. How do you complain about institutional racism when blacks are running the institution?